Thanks, Matt. Chris, thanks for hosting us. Appreciate it. Let me introduce David Epps, our COO and Vice President of Marketing in the back there. You've met Matt Garvey, our VP of Communications, and they're part of the team that I believe is the best in the bowl business, and look forward to hosting you and the Georgia Bulldogs, the team, the administration, the staff, Kirby, Josh, their families. We really believe in Southern hospitality, and for us, it's going to be kind of interesting because in 2020 we really didn't get a chance to host Georgia like we wanted to with COVID. So let me also, I don't see Claude here, but want to say hello to Claude. Claude is someone that I go all the way back to 1980 when Herschel was playing here, and I was with Adidas, and he helped me with a credential for the Heisman Trophy. So I want to see Claude and tell him hello. Let me thank everybody here for coming. You guys, I know you got a lot to do and probably here to see Kirby, but we got a little business before. If I can talk a little bit about, the bowl and how excited we are to host number 1, Georgia, and number 4, Ohio State. This is the third time we've hosted the CFP semifinal, and every one of those years in 16, 19, and now 22, we've hosted the number 1 team in the country. So we're really excited to host the SEC champs and number 1 Georgia Bulldogs. Congratulate Josh on record sellout in one day of 13,000 tickets. I don't know that that's ever been done before for a bowl game, so I know he needs probably about 15,000 more like I do. But we have added 2,000 more seats beyond the expandable seats to Mercedes-Benz Stadium, standing room only wise. So we're going to be close to, if not break our record that we hold for the 2019 number 1 LSU against number 4 Oklahoma CFP semifinal game in Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Congrats to Kirby and Josh, the Bulldog team, the administration staff, for just a tremendous year. To be number 1, and I know it's somewhat taken lightly around here because the success, but to be number 1 after finishing number 1 in the country, and Kirby would tell you, probably has numerous times, they're not defending national champions. This is a whole different team. And so to see 15 guys go to the NFL and bring a whole new team together to be number 1 again is it's an incredible accomplishment. Hadn't been done very often, and probably won't be done too many times in the future either. So great credit to Kirby, and congratulations on winning the SEC Coach of the Year as well. Kirby is special to us individually. Not only is he a great guy and a great person, but Kirby is the only player, little trivia for you guys, you can win some beers on this. Kirby's the only guy that's played in our game, won our game as a player, won the Chick-fil-A kickoff game in his first game coaching here at Georgia against North Carolina, and also won 2020, won the Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl as a coach. So now all he has to do is win our Peach Bowl Challenge golf tournament, which he's finished second or third, I think, a couple times. Is that right? Yeah. So he's got a little work to do on the golf game, I guess, but I'm sure he'll figure that out as well. History-wise, this is special for us with the Peach Bowl. I started this job back in 1998, and we had, as I mentioned, Kirby and Georgia play against Virginia. Georgia was ranked number 19 in the AP, and Virginia was number 13. And the AJC wrote that the Peach Bowl is Georgia is going to a third-tier bowl game. So we've come a long way in these many years to host now number 1 Georgia in the CFP semifinal game. So quite an accomplishment by our board, our staff, which is the best in the business, our volunteers, and all the corporate support and our stakeholders that we have in Atlanta. Champ Bailey, who was the MVP of that game, interesting enough, another history, is going into the National Football Foundation College Football Hall of Fame this year. And he'll be the Georgia honorary captain, which is great history. And obviously Vince Dooley, who was our great friend, was the AD then, who we celebrated his 90th birthday on the field at the Chick-fil-A kickoff game. So the other thing is Mark Rick will be going into the Peach Bowl Hall of Fame this year. So we'll be hosting not only the Champ Bailey, but the rest of the National Football Foundation College Football Hall of Famers at our game this year, as well as the Dodd Coaches of the Year will be hosted at the Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl. So a lot of activities going on. Let me tell you a little bit about our game. Obviously, to have number 1 against number 4, with Georgia playing in its second consecutive semifinal game. This is only the second meeting between these two teams. They played in 1993 in the Citrus Bowl. So kind of interesting to have two huge brands, probably two of the best 5, if not best 2 top 10 teams in the history of college football playing in our game this year in the Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl. Talk about players, having 2 of the 4 Heisman Trophy finalists, and I think the last count was about 10 All-Americans playing in our game is really special for us. And I've always said styles make fights, and so when you're talking about the nation's second best scoring offense against the second best scoring defense in the country in Georgia, and you're talking about the 13th scoring defense in Ohio State against the 11th ranked scoring offense in Georgia, that makes for a great game on New Year's Eve, December 31st at 8 o'clock in Mercedes-Benz Stadium. We've got game day coming, the SEC Network, Big Ten Network, everybody will be there for the game. 2020-21, if it's anything like that, going down to a last kick, most of our games, 53% of our games have been decided by a touchdown or less in our 55-year history. We've sold out 22 of the last 24 games, thanks to the great fan support we have in Atlanta, which a lot of media call us the capital of college football. That's one of the reasons. Just great fans, the College Football Hall of Fame, the SEC Championship, obviously the Chick-fil-A kickoff game, Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl. We're the 4th largest convention town in the United States in Atlanta, Georgia, behind Las Vegas, Chicago, and Orlando. And to have 4 of the top 6 conventions in Atlanta, that's how big college football, economic impact-wise, means to the city, especially coming out of COVID. Our payout will be $6 million. So nice check for Josh, particularly since they just have to take Uber over, and we'll save a lot of money in expenses. And then talking about the bowl game, you know, we were founded in 1968, the 9th oldest bowl game in the country, and we were founded by the Lions Lighthouse to give back to charity. Unlike some of the other bowls, the Rose, Sugar, Orange, Cotton, a lot of those bowls were created for tourism, which we do. We'll provide probably about $100 million of economic impact this year between our 2 kickoff games and our Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl. But we were founded to give back, and we do so humbly. It's our mission, and we've given $60 million back to charity and foundation since 2002, which is more than any other bowl organization in the country. And we'll give $6 million this year to charity, which is a lot more than any other bowl game in the country. We're also proud to announce that we'll donate $100,000 to endow a scholarship at the University of Georgia, which we already have endowed one, but this will be one that will be a part of our John Lewis Legacy of Courage Scholarship, which those scholarship monies go to kids from Title I programs, schools that are underprivileged kids that don't have the money to go to college. This year alone, we've given $293,000 out through those endowed scholarships, which are at 34 universities throughout the country. Ohio State will be a new one that we'll add. And so that $100,000 will go into the existing endowed scholarship program. With that, what I'd like to do is I'd like to be able to, and hopefully he accepts, offer a letter of invitation to Josh Brooks to play in the 55th Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl, which is the CFP semifinal game. So Josh, I hope you'll accept this invitation.
I do.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thanks, Gary. First of all,
I want to thank Gary. I don't think many people know this, that when we had the game scheduled with Oregon, the neutral site kickoff, and we knew it was Coach Dooley's birthday, reached out to Gary and said, hey, I've got an idea. We'd really like to celebrate Coach's birthday and do some things. And he took the ball and ran with it and really did a first-class job of celebrating Coach. And I know that meant a lot to his family, so I just want to thank you for that. That was very special to him and them. This game is really special to me. A little more trivia. This was my first bowl game as a student 22 years ago, and it was my first bowl game as an AD 2 years ago. So this bowl game is really special, obviously in our own state, in Mercedes-Benz, and this Gary and his staff, all of them, do a phenomenal job. Hospitality, it matches up with the Chick-fil-A model and how they operate. And we're so grateful of you and everyone and how you treat us. And I know that we didn't get the full experience of 2020, so I know that our student athletes, our staff, our families will be really excited to get to experience this bowl game. It's one of the best, and the way you treat and take care of everyone. So I know it's going to be a great experience and obviously a great game. And we could have used some more tickets. We'll take as many as we can get, but obviously it's a testament to our fan base, how well they support our program, and just excited to kick things off. And now I'll turn it over to Coach Smart.
Thanks, Josh and Gary. I appreciate it. Happy and fired up to have an opportunity to play in what I've always thought is one of the best bowls in the country, because Atlanta is home to so much of college football, especially when you've been part of the SEC. So it makes for an awesome opportunity. Our players are excited for the opportunity to play in a CFP semifinal against an opponent that we all have immense respect for. You know, Ohio State is one of the premier teams in the country. Coach Day's done a fabulous job with his team in terms of recruiting across the country, putting out NFL talent, and playing in the CFP over recent history. So challenge lays in front of us, and our guys are excited to do it, but we're honored to be in this game. I know a lot about the Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl and have for a long time, and like Gary mentioned, having played in it, coached in it, and been around it, it's pretty special when you get an opportunity to play in it in your own state.